So what I'm going to explain to you today is how to hit the driver straighter. Now, with any golf swing, we have to start with the fundamentals, so building a good solid base. Now to do that, we're going to start with the setup first. So what I will explain to you a little bit more in detail, a little bit further on, I will explain to you where the ball's position should be, what the width of our setup should look like, as well as the position our body is going to be in when we actually make connection with the golf ball. So let's start off with the stance and the posture. So the first thing we're going to have a look at is how wide our stance should be in the golf swing. Now, especially with the driver, because it's quite a long swing and the club is longer than an iron, we want our feet a little bit wider than shoulder width. So do the following setup routine, which will basically get you in a habit of doing the same routine over and over. You're going to start out for me with your left foot in line with the golf ball. From here, give me one small step to the left and then a bigger step to the right. What you notice now is the ball position is kind of inside my left heel or in line with my left armpit. You'll also realize the width of my stance is probably going to be just slightly outside shoulder width, and that's going to give us a nice solid base to start from. Okay, from here, I would like you to start with a club in the middle of your stance. And when you do that, you'll probably see my shoulders is going to be still very level. And then this is now where we need to get a slightly up hit on the ball, we're going to get our shoulders to tilt slightly. So to do that, you are going to move the club, which I'll demonstrate to you now. You're going to move the club for me closer to the ball by just giving a slight tilt with the shoulder. So your spine angle is going to tilt slightly, and you're probably going to get a little bit of a bump, not a big one, with your left hip, okay? And what's going to happen there is this is going to put you in a position to actually hit up on the golf ball. And it's also going to help you to probably get the club on a better path into the ball. So let's have a look at that. So club's in the middle of the stance here. I'm going to move the club closer to the ball by tilting my left shoulder. My hands is probably going to be in line with the club head or slightly behind it. Okay, and from here it's going to be much easier then to deliver the club into the back of the ball, maybe going to slide up as well. Okay, now that's the setup itself. Now what I got here is I actually going to show you a drill how to deliver the club into the ball and maybe even hit the ball much straighter than you usually do. Now what I got here is a tee that I placed about 1 foot in front of the golf ball and about 2 balls to the right of the golf ball. Okay, so that's going to be your aim point. That's the direction I would like you to swing the club in, but it's also a point where I need the toe end of the golf club, so meaning that end of the golf club, to point at when you reach the tee. Okay, so if we do this setup and I go back and I swing towards that tee in the front and make sure the toe end of the golf club is pointing at it, what that's going to help you to do is not only get a better path into the ball, but it will also help you to rotate the club face a little bit more close through impact and help you swing the ball much straighter off in the direction you want it to go. So by consistently doing the proper setup routine, getting in a proper setup, and also try and swing towards that tee, slightly towards the out, with the toe end of the club pointing at the tee, you'll hit the ball much straighter and hopefully don't lose that much golf balls anymore.